Okay. So this is the mold.
Okay, this is the original mold of the second Trump, Cyrus Trump temple coin. And as you can see over here, let's see what we have. Okay, first of all, we have over here in Hebrew, Lemalot Shivim Shana, to fulfill 70 years. The original verse, to fulfill 70 years, is when the Jews went out to exile, to the Babylonian exile. They were there for 70 years. And after 70 years, King Cyrus said, God, the Lord of the world, gave me permission to let you, the Jews, come back to the land of Israel. And look what he said. And he charged me to build him a house in Jerusalem. That happened about 2,500 years ago. 70 years. For the state of Israel, something happened again. One of the biggest leaders of the world, again, President Donald Trump, and here we see the seal of America. He again recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, of the state of Israel, the people of Israel. And he also built a house in Jerusalem. But we don't want only the embassy. We hope, just as King Cyrus pushed us, the Jewish people, to rebuild the temple, we hope all the 70 nations and President Donald Trump, after he recognized Jerusalem as the spiritual, holy capital of the land of Israel, of the state of Israel, he will help us, the Jewish people, rebuild the third temple. And that's why we have the seal of America, the original Persian Empire.
Christianity and Islam and all the monotheism religious has a very, very important role to unify everybody, to worship the true living God, and to prosper and thrive according to God's will. It's so simple.
Do you think that the Vatican Pope Francis, he seems to have a similar message? Do you think that that Rome will go along with this too? Do you think this is...
No, I don't think so. In the U.S. there are 30,000 denominations of Christianities. So according to what we received, part of them will be part of the redemption, part of them no. It's very, very simple. So whomever will accept to be exactly as the nations, whomever will come as a person to come to be to worship God, he will be part of the redemption. As simple as that.
Just look around you. Look who's sitting here. And where are you from? Jamaica. And you're from the USA. And you're from
Argentina.
Argentina. And where are you
Guatemala.
from? Guatemala. Look at this. Look at this. And we have somebody from India. It's unbelievable. Here, in the center of Jerusalem, I'm surrounded people from other nations, and we're all talking about one thing, of the importance of Jerusalem, and the importance of peace, and the importance of the Geulah of redemption. So we're part of a prophetic process. That's what it's all about. And this president, he understood when nobody else understood. He understood we're not talking politics. We're not talking politics. We're talking Torah. We're talking prophets. That's what it's all about. And once we understand it, and I think he understood it, maybe he can't say it, but he knows. And he's pushing us. He's pushing us. And the whole world is there.
Can I ask,
Where are you from?
England.
England. Okay, we have England also.
Can I ask, you said earlier that some of the temple is ready to be built in a prefab state. Is that true? Do you have part of the temple already built?
And it's exactly what we said before. It's not enough to pray for the temple. And if you pray for something, you have to believe. And to show that you believe something, you have to do. So that's why we have a lot of vessels made. We have a big altar that was made. We have programs, and yes, also some of the pieces of the temple, like this blocks itself, can be just transferred exactly like the model we see over here, 15 times bigger than this. and the temple can be built.
As Trump says, every nation will keep his language, his culture, his beliefs. It's not globalization.
Okay.
It's to walk one God on Temple Mount.
What is a Muslim? Let's talk. What is a Muslim? Muslim in the Hebrew world is perfect. Whomever talked to God is perfect. According to the Quran, Ibrahim was Muslim. Moses was Muslim. He was perfect, and they got into a conclusion that the Messiah will be their Mahdi. Their Mahdi. So whenever I meet Muslims in many countries, I tell them, who was Muslim according to the Quran? Abraham, I'm from Ibrahim. Moses, Musa, I'm from Musa, I'm Levi. And the Mashiach, Messiah, will be the Mahdi. So actually our history is the same, our future is the same, so what is the problem now? And they ask us, really, what is the problem? I'm saying the problem is only the radicals, the terrorists. But whenever everybody will support building the third temple, then everybody will prosper, because this is what the temple is for the whole world.
So you think that there could be some union between all the religions as part of this?
Absolutely. We already have unity, but everybody's afraid from the terrorists. But okay, so this is our job, to unify everybody to worship the only true living God in the third temple with all the nations that will worship God.
I've got one that can see.
Hey, Minifish, 7th of January, 2024. And I do pray you're well. I had to share this with you. Donald John Trump has posted a video to his Truth Social profile, giving his approval to a video that was produced recently that portrays Donald John Trump quite literally as the Christ. In my opinion, this is blasphemous. Antichrist. And they are literally telling you he is Christ, which in this upside down world, in my worldview, that means Antichrist. Someone who's replacing Christ is the definition of Antichrist. And that is what this video literally says. And millions upon millions of people are just eating it up. And all I'm telling you is, do not be deceived. Get into your Bible. Go before the throne and pray for discernment and truth in what you're witnessing. Because this is just mind-blowing. And it goes right along with the whole falling away first that I've been seeing for weeks now. The Phoenix, the burning down, the new era. You understand? And he's the guy that's going to bring in that golden age. Watch this video. Leave a comment. I'll leave a link to where I got the video. And armor up. For real. The deception is running absolutely insane.
And on June 14th, 1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, fix this country, work all day, fight the Marxists, eat supper, then go to the Oval Office and stay past midnight at a meeting of the heads of state. So God made Trump. I need somebody with arms, strong enough to rustle the deep state, and yet gentle enough to deliver his own grandchild. Somebody to ruffle the feathers, tame cantankerous World Economic Forum, come home hungry, have to wait until the First Lady is done with lunch with friends, then tell the ladies to be sure and come back real soon, and mean it. So God gave us Trump. I need somebody who can shape an axe, but wield a sword, who had the courage to step foot in North Korea, who can make money from the tar of the sand, turn liquid to gold, who understands the difference between tariffs and inflation will finish his 40-hour week by Tuesday noon, but then put in another 72 hours. So God made Trump. God had to have somebody willing to go into the den of vipers, call out the fake news for their tongues as sharp as a serpent's. The poison of vipers is on their lips, and yet stop. So God made Trump. God said, I need somebody who will be strong and courageous, who will not be afraid or terrified of the wolves when they attack, a man who cares for the flock, a shepherd to mankind who won't ever leave nor forsake them. I need the most diligent worker to follow the path and remain strong in faith and know the belief of God and country, somebody who's willing to drill, bring back manufacturing and American jobs, farm the lands, secure our borders, build our military, fight the system all day, and finish a hard week's work by attending church on Sunday. And then his oldest son turns and says, Dad, let's make America great again. Dad, let's build back a country to be the envy of the world again. So God made Trump.
Okay.
And at the end of times, everybody will understand that Hashem Echad U'Shmo Echad.
Okay.
God is one.
Okay, so but this is a similar design to the third temple, and it's a very sort of kingly temple, isn't it? And I wanted to ask you this lamp. So you've got the lamp that would be the lamp of Queen Helena, who is a Persian. I mistakenly thought it was Constantine's mother, Helena, but this is a Persian Queen Helena.
She was very fond of the Jewish people as she converted to Judaism herself, and the sages liked her very much. And when she wanted to donate something to the temple, so she made this candelabra made of gold. Okay. And when the sun used to rise from the east, it would hit the gold candelabra, and it would spread the light, like symbolically, but not only symbolically, from the temple.
So it reflects the sun.
It reflects the sun. Exactly.
As it rises from the east, and this is what we're seeing in this picture over here, right? This is the sun reflection from the lamp of Queen Helena.
That's right.
And so we've got that kind of Persian thing again, and would it be right to say that there's some element of Kabbalah in this temple?
Well, Kabbalah is actually the inner part of the Torah. We have what the Torah tells us, and it's written in the Torah, and the Kabbalah is actually what isn't written, but we have to want to understand maybe about Little Persia and these all ancient nations, Eastern nations,
religions.
So it's maybe religions.
So would you describe this as like a kind of a new world order, so to speak?
This is not an order. This is not order. It's different. It's the new world without any, let's say, negative and forbidden feelings, like hatred, like revenge. Like it will be only loving, appreciation, honoring. So this will be a new world. But not all order, it will be a new world, holistic, the holistic way, the way God wants it.
Tell the Rebbe the words of the new song that we're singing with Mashiach, right? So I'm just going to read him. Am Yisrael, have no fear. Mashiach will be here this year. We want Mashiach now. We don't want to wait. Okay?
will be the judge.
You believe the Mashiach ben David is coming to
Mashiach
this
ben
temple?
David is very soon, and he is a Jew, and he is not Jesus. And if the Christians want to hold it, they can hold it.
And Mashiach ben David would potentially be the Messiah that would rule over this unity, this one world unity.
The first king we had that was a real king was King David, and we know that the king that will be eventually leading the world will also be from Yehuda, like you said, Mashiach ben David. Or eventually, the leader of the world will be a king, but not a political king, but a spiritual king that will help all of us understand together what we are supposed to be doing in this world.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus is described as the Lion of the tribe of Judah and the Son of David. Do you think that maybe Jesus, Yeshua, could be the true Messiah, and we might have maybe a counterfeit that could show up?
People will understand. It's like, I don't know, a small kid when you offer him chocolate, or an adult. If you offer him money, nobody's going to say no to money, which is something very not spiritual. When we have the right understanding of what's important in the world, it'll be obvious to all of us that that's what we want. Everybody will be running after spirituality. So when that time comes, everybody will want it.
Okay, so we believe that the Antichrist will actually be the head of this deception before the real Mashiach comes. That's where we differ on our thinking at the moment.
One day, Jesus is coming. You may be at church. You may be at work. You may be asleep. God grant that you will be ready when He makes His personal appearance. My God, what if His appearance occurs on a Sunday morning? My prophetic word to you this morning is get ready, get ready.